All right. Everybody's here. Thanks for joining, everybody. Here we are, Corona Chronicles, lockdown, day 89. Day 89, folks. It's June 13th, 2020. I got here in lockdown on St. Patty's Day, March 17th. I can't believe it's 89 days ago. We're in the summer. School's over. Lots of things going on, and we are still not released from captivity. Yep, I said it. You know why? Because quarantine means that you take people that are not healthy and you sequester them until they're healthy. When you lock down free people and healthy people, yeah, that's just called captivity. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. This is a lockdown. So here we go. Nassau County. What's going on in Nassau County? So for those of you who don't know, Nassau County is the first county just east of New York City, where we have a border with Queens, which is one of the 5 boroughs of New York. And we have about 1.37 million residents in Nassau County. As of yesterday, 123 people in Nassau County hospitals that are COVID positive. Yep. 123. I'll do a little simple math for you. That's less than 1 out of every 10,000 residents is in a hospital and COVID positive. So to say that we have successfully flattened the curve is, I've been saying it for weeks. We've gone well beyond flatten the curve. We're below the lowest levels that we had before this was even considered a pandemic or a health crisis or all the other scary words. We are now doing 50,000 tests per day in New York State. So be careful here, okay? We don't want the media to trick you. We don't want the government oppressors to trick you here. More testing is going to mean more positives, okay? Guarantee. It's working like that in every state, and you're already hearing it from the media and from those that want to scare you back into your homes and keep businesses shut. You're already hearing, oh, the positive rates have increased, the cases have increased, the cases have increased. Bullshit. That means nothing, okay? It could be a leading indicator of hospitalizations, but the reason why we locked down was to clear hospital space, to make sure that we did have room in case this does come back and more positive cases do show up that result in hospitalizations. So I just want you to be careful with that number. I don't want everybody to get concerned and get forced back into their homes. Having said that, keep your mask on, keep your distancing, do what we're doing. You've done an amazing job at it. I'm really so proud of my neighbors. We have basically eradicated this pandemic in our community with only 123 people in hospitals positive right now. So great job there. Fantastic. Couple of things have gone on. So phase 1 in Nassau County has already ended, and we're into phase 2. Phase 1, just to remind you, phase 1 was, it didn't affect my town much. Phase 1 was reopen construction sites, manufacturing, and curbside retail. Curbside retail meaning you can't go in the stores, unless, of course, it's a liquor store, which, you know, I've been talking about all the way through. You can't go in a clothing boutique, can't go in a sporting goods store, can't go into, a furniture store or anything like that. But now in phase 1, curbside retail was open. Here in our town, we have an outdoor shopping complex where all the stores are next to each other, and you don't walk like in an inside mall. You go from store to store through hallways. In this outdoor shopping complex, you walk on the outside. No one opened up for curbside retail in phase 1. Zero. Literally no one. Not one. Not American Eagle, not Victoria's Secret, not the Gap, not the pet store, not the sporting goods store. No one opened in phase 1. Phase 2 started on Wednesday, June 10th. Most notable about phase 2, barbershops, beauty parlors, nail salons, open. Go get them done, folks, because I tell you what, thank God you all got masks on, because when I'm out there in the supermarket seeing you, man, it's not a pretty sight. I know I got a lot of hair going up here, but this is about to come off too. I couldn't get an appointment with my barber yet. So most notable phase 2 was barbershop, But houses of worship are now open at 25% capacity. Not sure how that's being managed yet. Offices are open, although not many of them have opened. Mine did, but we're essential, and we've been working from a lockdown position. Now we actually have an office, and we're managing capacity and creating shifts and schedules. So storefront retail is now open. I was in Stop and Shop this morning. I still didn't see storefront retail outlets open in the Sands Shopping Center. So I don't know what's going on with that, but they are allowed to be open. And the one that I've been waiting for most, outdoor dining. Outdoor dining's now open. Pretty happy because you know what? The restaurant industry, they really need a boost. They've been super hard hit here. I would go out on a limb and say the hardest hit industry, restaurants and restaurant and hospitality, just real tough. Restaurant business is tough to begin with. Now to own, over the last 89 days to have only takeout, if you were able to do that profitably, there was that. Now we're going to add outdoor dining. You don't go from, no seats to 50 seats or the 200 seats that you used to have. Yeah, there's a few seats. Please go out, go to a restaurant, support the industry. These are the types of businesses that we need to keep our towns from being ghost towns. So please go out and do that. Outdoor dining is a big thing. Phase 3, hopefully coming soon. Phase 3 will be the real opening. Full restaurants, although there will be some new guidelines. Full restaurant openings and the hotel industry with overnight guests, including their spas, their gyms, and facilities. And then, of course, phase 4, which is schools, arts, entertainment, movie theaters, sporting arenas, things like that. I'll tell you that today in Nassau County, playgrounds reopened. So take the padlocks off of the playgrounds in the fields, let the kids get out there and enjoy some beautiful weather, and stop feeling just really, really oppressed and depressed in a lockdown position. So playgrounds open, get out there. Let's say some hellos. I see we got a bunch of folks on here. Let's see, who do we got? Brian Driscoll's always there. What's up, my man Brian? Seth Blau's out there. Seth, you probably might be too late now to do a run. It looks pretty hot out. I hope you got out there this morning because it is beautiful out. G is out there. G Cooper's out there. What's going on, girl? Miss you. Hope to see you soon. My Marine Corps brother John Newsom is out there. Always my Marines tuning in. Let's see who we can see on. See if we could see anybody on LinkedIn. I can see that there are people. Can't see who they are. If you're on LinkedIn right now, or if you're on Facebook right now, do me a favor. Just drop a hello in a comment there. Just want to make sure that you're there. I want to make sure that I get to say hello to everybody. I wouldn't be doing this without you. I mean, I could talk to myself in the mirror and in the shower, which I kind of do all the time anyway. But I do this show because I want to communicate with you. I want to keep you guys up to date on what's good, what's going on, how are we learning from this experience, and I want to interact with you. So if you have comments, you have questions, please let me know. Wow, Seth, you're gonna go running later, pal? I don't know. It's getting nothing but hotter. Maybe in the evening. Hey, Teresa's out there on LinkedIn. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for tuning in. Miss you. Can't wait to get out there with you and JJ. Have a couple of drinks. Because virtual happy hours, I'm done. I did my last virtual happy hour yesterday. I won't do any more. Outdoor dining is open. Let's get out there and have some drinks. So, big week this week. Big week in my house. Got to tell you, my second born, my baby girl Ava, not a baby anymore, about to turn 12. Ava, I'm going to say this carefully. Let's say completed elementary school. So she completed 6th grade elementary school in our town. That's when the kids move up and graduate to middle school. Unfortunately, I'm saying there was no graduation. There just wasn't. We got a YouTube video on Monday from the school, and I appreciate the teachers and the administration and the principal and everybody at our local school number 8. Really do appreciate you. We've been members of the School 8 family for 10 years now, with my son being 4 years ahead of my daughter. We're so sad and so sorry to see you go and see us move on, especially in the way that we did move on. So we get the YouTube video on Monday. As a matter of fact, it gets emailed directly to the kids and the parents So kids, either watched it or didn't. And, our principal, got all dressed up in a suit and tie and, gave a great speech and words of encouragement and thanks and all types of great things he said about the kids. And it was really appreciated. And all the teachers did so as well. And, the teachers, really have treated my children with love and care over the years. And I really do appreciate them. And then we get to the superintendent. And here she is, underdressed, sitting in a chair in a messy office with just stuff in the background, with a camera like at a weird angle. She's got her elbow on the desk. She's just leaning in, super casual, as if, this isn't even a thing. Well, let me tell you something, Dr. Harrington. You blew it. And you left a terrible impression on these sixth graders. And I'm disappointed, and parents are disappointed in you, because you could have done so much more. There could have been an outdoor graduation. They are allowed in the state now. There is guidance on it. We're talking about 70 kids in school 8, 70 sixth graders. This is the first time that they actually worked for a graduation. This isn't a kindergarten or a pre-K moving up ceremony. You don't just check the boxes and send them along. They worked hard for this. They worked under the most stressful conditions imaginable over the last 89 days. And I feel like you blew it. I think you took it too casually. I know that you didn't think out of the box. You took suggestions from the parents on how we thought a suitable ceremony would be, but you didn't do anything about the suggestions. I mean, our elementary school, in addition to a humongous blacktop playground, we're talking humongous. I don't even know the square footage, but it's the full length of a block and half the width, plus a full soccer field, full 100-yard soccer field. You mean to tell me we couldn't fit 70 kids out there somewhere and 2 parents in shifts, 5 at a time, 10 at a time? Oh, it would have taken all day. Oh, it might have taken 2 days. Hey, guess what? They worked for it. They spent their entire young lives working for it, from age 5 to age 11. They deserved it, and you blew it, and I'm calling you out on it, and I'm disappointed. Even the middle school graduation was a step up. We got to drive by the school. By the way, we drove by the school, and the teachers were out there, and there were balloons, and the staff and the administration, and really everybody, and they're amazing, and they were all waving and stuff. And then there were signs. There was an individual sign with each child's face on it, which I really did. Ava did appreciate that, and I thought that was a great show of love and appreciation. But I realized after we drove by that we all videotaped you. Maybe the school should have been videotaping the kids coming by, and maybe send that to us later on so the kids can see the other kids. That might have been an idea, a little bit of a commemorative idea. Just throwing it out there. So while I'm extremely disappointed in how the elementary school graduation was handled, from what I understand, the middle school graduation was much more well received. Oh, I see Pete. Pete Monsieur just jumped in. Hey, Pete, how you doing? Lana's out there. My brother David is out there. Hey, Lana, I know your daughter, Daniela, graduated middle school. They did, I believe it was a live YouTube live link, private link. And it looked like, they did the entire ceremony live. Lana, if you're still there, do me a favor. Let me know how you felt about that graduation. I thought that was a step up from the drive-by thing and really recognize those kids graduating 8th grade and heading on to high school. I think that was better. What's going on with our high school graduation? I mean, you want to talk about kids that earned it and deserved it. These kids, they missed their prom, their senior trip. They missed, college activities. They missed decision day. I mean, we're just adapting, improvising, and overcoming, doing what we can. But from what I understand, they have a full graduation that is scheduled in July 21st. It's going to be hot as hell out there on the football field. I hope we're tenting it out for them. And I want to give props to our Nassau County executive, to Laura Curran. Don't pass out. She's a Democrat, but I'm giving her props. You know why? Because I'm not doing that team thing anymore. I'm doing the human thing, and I'm making my own decisions. And here's what I'm going to give her props about. The governor, for lack of a better word for him, says that we're only allowed to have graduations or a total of 150 people. You could have demonstrations of an unlimited amount of people without any restrictions or permits, but you can only have graduations for people that took opportunity and earned a diploma only 150 people. And you know what? Laura Curran, a Nassau County executive, said, we can do better. We can do better than 150. Let's do it. Talk to me, superintendents. Let's see what you got. Let's figure it out. These graduates deserve it. So I have full confidence that something's going to be great for the high school graduates. Even if it's a couple of ceremonies, I understand you can't get, 400 kids and family together at the same time, or maybe you can. I don't know. We have a tremendous amount of space. I just hope that much more care is put into that and much more consideration is put into that than was put into our elementary school. I'm going to call it a moving on ceremony. It wasn't even a moving up. Kind of disappointed there. All right, great. Michael Hotaling's also out there. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Hey, another Marine Corps brother, JR Valicek's out there. My brother Ron's out there. Great. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hey, while I have your attention, a lot of you are repeat viewers. I know that a lot of people watch in replay also. If you are watching in replay, just write the word replay, and I come back to these later on, especially if you have questions or comments. I will address them. Hey, Kenny's out there too. How you doing, Kenny? Another Long Island neighbor. While I have your attention, you seem to like this broadcast. A lot of you seem to tune in and watch in replay. Seems to be the same repeat customers. I want to let you know that over here, can't really see it. I guess it's over here. Nope, it's over there. There it is. So Morizio Consulting. So I opened up my consulting company where I'm just going to help people. I have 24 years of sales experience. I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I have plenty of experience in leadership. I'm going to help folks get better. I have a motivational and educational series called Tip Tuesday. It's a video series that debuts on LinkedIn, then goes on to my YouTube page. So I've opened up a Morizio Consulting, a Facebook page and an Instagram page. I really want to grow my Instagram because I do a lot of video and I want to get some graphical stuff out there. So do me a favor, go on Instagram, just search at Morizio Consulting. Give me a like, follow the page, really would appreciate it. And if you want to do that here on Facebook as well, I'd also appreciate that. Teresa's saying, yeah, Gabby's graduation from elementary school, drive by, pick up the diploma, put it in our trunk. Yeah, I know, nobody thought out of the box there. Not enough care was given to our 11-year-olds and in some cases our 10-year-olds. My niece and nephew, the twins, they graduated last week. Same day as Ava. Same thing, drive by. 10-year-olds, first thing they earned in their life, 5th grade. All right, I've beat that dead horse. Who else is out there? Lots of other folks out there. What's going on? Milestones, right? What are we talking about? So milestones. Hey, the United States Army, the birthday of the United States Army is tomorrow, June 14th, 1775. Yep, we had an Army, we had a Navy, and we had a Marine Corps before we had in America. 1775, the Army was created. I can't remember. I don't want to say the Continental Congress created it. Sorry about that. I don't really know much about Army history. It's not my thing. But congratulations to everybody. Happy birthday to everybody that is in the Army or an Army veteran. West Point graduates today. The next crop of officers that are going to lead the greatest army on earth graduated today. Sorry that you guys graduated virtually, just like our Naval Academy graduates, which become Naval and Marine Corps officers. They graduated May 24th, also virtually. Real sorry, because what an unbelievable accomplishment for you folks to take opportunity and just become the cream of the crop. It's got to be the most difficult thing on earth has to be to get into one of those academies and then graduate and then become an officer in the American Armed Forces. So you're taking opportunity and you're capitalizing on it. So I want to congratulate you all, but also as a fellow veteran, I understand that you're not looking for congrats. You didn't join the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, and now the Space Force. No one joined any of those for glory or recognition. We collectively join the service and volunteer to serve in this country for love of our country and love of America. You're going to see also up here, my American flag has joined the frame this week because tomorrow's Flag Day. 1777, the United States of America created a flag. It didn't look like this. I think you guys know what it used to look like with the circular 13 stars. In 1916, President Woodrow Wilson declared federally that Flag Day would be a thing. He proclaimed that it's an actual thing. Took all the way until 1949 for Congress to recognize it as a holiday. It's not a federal holiday, but the states have their individual rights to celebrate it or not. So my flag is here, right? And I don't think you guys would really tune in every week if I didn't get real. So I'm going to get real for a couple minutes here. I'm curious. I want to know. Burning the flag, right? If you burn the flag of the United States of America, is that free speech? Well, I believe the courts have upheld that it is. And I'm going to support your right to do that because it's legal and it follows the laws in this country. So you can burn the flag of the United States, and that the courts consider that free speech. You can't, however, apparently now, you can't, however, fly a Confederate flag. You can't. The Marine Corps just took it down. NASCAR's taken it down. From what I understand, I can't remember his name, but the guy who owns the actual General Lee, the real car from the Dukes of Hazzard, he's going to paint over the roof where the Confederate flag was. So you can burn an American flag, and I'm going to support that as free speech. But other folks, and I'm not saying me, but other folks can't fly the Confederate flag. The Confederate States of America was a thing. It was a republic. It was declared. Those states actually attempted to secede and created the Civil War. It's history. How about the flag of the Soviet Union? How about the old USSR, the red with the hammer and the sickle? Can I fly that flag in America? They were our enemies. We fought against them. The Cold War was our longest conflict ever. We didn't just virtually fight against them covertly. We actually fought against them. Can I fly that flag out in front of my house? Yep, I can, because it's free speech. Can I fly the flag of North Korea outside my house? Yep, I think they're our enemy. I think I can still fly that flag. Germany? I don't know. Sure, Cuba? I can fly any flag I want. It's America. We're free to do that. Put any flag I want out there, whether they were past enemies, whether they were entities that don't exist anymore. How about like Yugoslavia, Bosnia? I mean, all those countries out there, some of them are here, some of them are gone. I can fly any flag I want. It's free speech. Why can't I fly a Confederate flag? Again, not saying I'm going to. I wouldn't fly any of those flags I mentioned, as a matter of fact. The only one I fly is the American flag, Stars and Stripes Forever. That's my thing. But I think we have to stop. We have to stop being so damn sensitive. Freedom is freedom. You either have free speech, or you don't. We don't have restricted free speech here in America. We have free speech. That's what the First Amendment gives us. So smarten up, folks. Stop the shit. Stop being so sensitive. It's a flag. Amazingly, when you burn my flag, that doesn't hurt me. But when someone else flies a flag that you don't like, that hurts you. Time to man up. What are you saying, Seth? I don't think it's unconstitutional to fly it. I think individuals are choosing not to fly it anymore. Oh no, absolutely. People are choosing not to fly it, but the protesters and legislators now are supporting a movement to ban it. I'm not into banning stuff. I don't like banned stuff. It's America. I want us to be free. No banning. I'm done. Same thing, Flag Day tomorrow, national anthem. Let's get more real. The kneeling, right? The kneeling. The problem with the kneeling back in the day when Kaepernick started the kneeling, the message wasn't clear, right? His message was clear. He wore the pig socks, so his message was clear from the beginning. He was kneeling to the national anthem as a protest against the way he felt that police departments throughout the country were treating black people. He has been true ever since to his reason to kneel. But at the time, if you asked half a dozen of those NFL players who were also kneeling, you would have got half a dozen reasons why they were kneeling. The message wasn't cohesive. They didn't know why. It was just a protest. And if you want to protest, cool. You're an American, go do it. You can't do it at work. And your job that you chose is professional football player. And, that's a workplace protest. You got to do it on your own time. It is kind of funny, multi-million-dollar athletes are protesting opportunity in America. But you know what? Somehow, since then to now, this whole debate and a lot of protesting and a lot of the discussions that we're having out there, this went from police officers in situations, obviously extremely limited, but still there, not acting properly, committing crimes. They should be punished like everybody else. Matter of fact, I believe they should be held to a higher standard, but for the time being, they're held to an equal standard. And I'm cool with equality because I think that's what America's all about. If you have all these, if everything is special, then nothing is special. So let's stop with the special stuff. Human Team. I talked about it last week. Go to my YouTube channel, search Frank Morizio, go to Corona Chronicles, Lockdown Day 82. Ignore this 82. That was a mistake. I'm going to make it 89. Go watch last week's Blacked Out episode where I talk about what's going on in America. I'm concerned that now this debate has digressed from police, this police officer murdering a man in the street to an economic debate of opportunity. I want to talk about America for a little bit. So I am an American. I was born here in America. That makes me an American immediately. My family immigrated from Italy. My mother's mother was born in 1899, got in the bottom of a boat in 1904, and had to deal with unimaginable conditions, and arrived at Ellis Island, and then was locked down and quarantined for weeks under who knows what kind of conditions, until she was finally released here in America to be a free immigrant and then eventually become an American citizen. My grandparents, also grandparents on my father's side came a little bit later, but also came here to America on a boat the way Italians got here. They weren't treated so great. They got here and they came to America for opportunity. The promise of America is opportunity, not prosperity. The promise of America is opportunity, not outcome. Okay? And I want you to understand that there's a distinction here. When everybody in America has an equal opportunity to succeed, I am happy. And I think you should too. If everybody in America does not have a good outcome and does not have success, you got to take some responsibility for that. Okay? That's not what I'm here for. That's not why I enlisted in the Marine Corps. That's not why I salute this flag. I salute this flag for opportunity, but it is what you make of it. And if you're getting an equal opportunity to others and you don't use it, and then later on in life you come back and you blame the system, or you blame somebody else, or you blame another race or another color or another creed or another religion or another group, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're not being honest. You got to go look in the mirror. Go look in the mirror and figure out why your outcome wasn't what his or her outcome was. What steps did you take along the way? Right? You know what else is great about America? You get a do-over. It's like being Catholic. Like, you could show up, if you're Catholic, you could show up like every Sunday, go to confession, and you get to start all over again, right? So in America, you get a do-over. Your life could be really, really shitty, and you can get a do-over. There's, untold number of stories, homeless people becoming tycoons, right? And it goes in the other way too. It definitely goes in the other direction. But you have an opportunity. So what I am committed to is an America that provides opportunity, equal opportunity, for all, but does not guarantee equal outcome. And I feel like some of the social debate and demands going on right now are for equal outcome. You cannot create equal outcomes for all. That's called communism. Doesn't work. That's a classless society. That's where everybody is is treated equally, yet not necessarily fairly. That's not America. That's not our system. If you want a good outcome, work for it. If you're not getting the opportunity, speak up. We got to fix that. We got to figure out why not. But if you're getting an opportunity and you're not taking advantage of it, I'm sorry. That is on you. And I find it, I'm going to say distasteful that elite athletes in America who, by the way, you don't make it into the NFL or any professional sports league because you want it. You have to be born with enormous talent. You have to work unbelievably hard and harder than literally everybody else. And you can't do anything else other than that. So if you become an elite athlete in America, you're paid extremely well and you have a desirable outcome. I find it, what's the word? I'm not sure if it's hypocritical, although it might be. I find it hypocritical, or I'm going to go a little further. I find it a bit ignorant of when a professional athlete who's worked their entire lives for one thing and one thing only and has achieved an elite outcome. I find it extremely distasteful when they are concerned that other people that look like them are not getting the same outcome, when those other people didn't put in the work, didn't seize the opportunity, and didn't succeed. We need to take some personal responsibility. And that's what I'm here for. I'm out here every week taking personal responsibility. I'm telling you what's good, bad, and ugly about me, and I'm telling you what I'm doing to change it. Morizio-ism number one, doing something actually means doing something. You're not trying to do it. You're not talking about doing it. You're not wanting to do it. You do it. So I'm out here doing it, and I encourage everybody out there to do it. This is America. You do have an opportunity. You create your own outcome, and that's the only way anything's going to happen here. You are your own best friend, your own worst enemy. If you need help figuring out how to get on the right path, and you think there's some way I can help you with that, I'm happy to talk to you. Shoot me a text, shoot me a message, give me a call, send me an email. I'm easy to find on every social media outlet. If you think that there's something that I can do to help you, reach out, let me know. I'll do whatever I can. I'm on the human team. I want to help everybody. I want everybody to have a good outcome. I want everybody to be successful. Reality is that's not going to be there. But if I have an opportunity to help somebody, I'm going to seize on it. What else am I going to do here? Wow, 30 minutes. That went fast. I think I'm going to wrap up here. Who else is out there? I'm going to say a few more hellos and goodbyes. Barbara's out there. Hey, Barbara, fighting that good fight. She's a healthcare worker. Oh, we didn't forget about them, did we? Because they're still working. They're still keeping us alive. We still need those healthcare workers. They're still the heroes. They've been overshadowed right now by let's call it civil unrest. But the healthcare workers are still the heroes that didn't sign up to save the world. They just signed up to save one person at a time, and they're out there doing it. So thank you all healthcare workers very much. You are our heroes. My buddy Joe Pep's out there from high school. What's going on, Joe? King Jules from Brooklyn is there. Ben Cooper's there. Hey, your wife was here earlier. I wonder if you're together. My brother Rich Ramirez down in Florida. Hey, Rich, fully open down there. I hope it's great. And another Marine Corps brother, Javier, out on Long Island, is out there as well. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to tell you that next Saturday looks like it could be my last Saturday at 12 noon Corona Chronicles. I'm looking to change maybe to midweek. I mean, it's real nice out there. If I look out the window, I can see my kids in the pool. I want to get outside. It's beautiful and sunny. So next Saturday may be my last Saturday broadcast, but I want to tell you that next Saturday is going to be my Father's Day issue, my Father's Day episode, and I have a really special guest. My really special guest is a Marine Corps brother of mine who I've known for 20 plus years, and I love dearly. And this is a younger man that I look up to as a father. he is amazing. His story is amazing. The things that he does for his kids and the way that he loves his family is something that I strive for every day. And I want you to tune in next week, and I want you to learn from him and hear his story. And I promise you, it's going to be an amazing show. So please come back next Saturday, 12 noon. Watch me in replay anytime. For the whole Corona Chronicles series, just go on YouTube, search Frank Morizio. You'll see a playlist of every Corona Chronicles. Some of them have even been clipped down to smaller bites of meat, if you want to do that as well. So I thank you all for tuning in. I want you all to continue to stay safe, and I appreciate and love all of you. And celebrate Flag Day tomorrow, because America is still, with its flaws and all, still the greatest place in the world to live. And I love it. And I love you guys too. So thank you very much.